Britney Spears has really been showing her behind lately, and I do mean that literally, but, get it? I'm immature, sorry. But I cannot show you the photos here for obvious reasons. Now, even though I haven't been paying as close attention to her antics as I used to, I still see her acting crazy online on basically a daily basis. I just feel like I have nothing left to say. What more can I possibly say about this situation? I have nothing left to prove. I've been proven right about Britney Spears time and time again. Hell, every time she posts on social media, she proves that everything I said about her was right. Now, for those of you all who might not know this, I went to war with the Free Britney movement. I went to war with Britney's fan base and the Yas Queen fans that supported all of her weird behavior. I went to war with these people for years, and I won, which is why you don't see these people talking about Britney Spears anymore. Because they know if they talk about Britney Spears, they have to acknowledge that they were wrong and that Britney is kind of crazy. And yeah, I'm sure some of you all, you followed the Free Britney movement and you haven't been paying attention lately. Well, guess what? You got a lot of catching up to do. Everything you learned from the Free Britney movement was fake. It was all a bunch of stuff that people were spreading to get clicks, to get views, and then Britney was freed, and now she's, I don't even know what to call her. She's a really, really crazy, loopy woman that is burning down portions of her house. She's cheating on her husband with the guy who cleans the toilets. A lot has happened over the years, and now it's getting even weirder. In fact, I think it may have reached its weirdest point yet, but we'll get to that, towards the end of the video, because there's a few things I want to go over. Because now, once again, every couple of months, she has these episodes where she posts these videos speaking in a British accent. For those of you all who don't know, I've already exposed this 1,000 times. Britney has multiple personalities. One of her personalities is a British woman. When you see her speaking in this accent, know that she's having some type of mental break. And that's what she's been having lately. She's been posting these weird videos about her fingernails and stuff. And I'm kind of getting grossed out seeing the state that she's in. It literally looks like this woman has not bathed in years. I would pay money. I would forfeit every single dollar I make from this video to pay Britney to take a shower. Literally. I'm not saying that as a bully. I'm not saying that as a mean person. This woman looks dirty. She looks like she stinks. Her hair is always greasy. Her makeup is always smudged. Her fingernails look like the fingernails of a child that's been biting them and drawing on them with magic markers. It's some really sick stuff, and I'm tired of seeing it. So I want to go ahead and roll some clips of her recent antics. But before I do that, people often ask, how can they support the channel? You can support the channel for totally free by liking the video, sharing the video on social media, and dropping a comment and becoming part of the conversation. But if you want to take your support one step further, you could always send a super thanks or a cash app. It's greatly appreciated. But with that being said, I want to go ahead and roll these little clips of Britney. Let's try to make sense of them, and then I'll be right back with more.
Into like really little, so little, it's weird. But I have a little bitty pinky nail. I haven't had nails since I was in like the 7th grade. I'm like freaking out. It's like really, really tiny, but still. It's like, hey, baby, I can't believe it unless based on you. Yeah. I really want my nails back. I bet all my nails look like a fucking idiot. I want my nails back, and I guess I should just go get nails and do it. I swear to God, I don't want to. It takes forever to get your nails done. And my bangs are pretty. I need bangs. I know, so I can be fancy. Oh, mama, sit down. Yes.
Do you see what I'm saying, guys? I mean, obviously you can hear the accent and you can see the nails. You can tell that she's been biting on them, maybe painting on them herself like a child. All I'm saying is we should not be seeing a 40-something-year-old woman acting like this, and a 40-something-year-old woman shouldn't have nails that look like this, especially when you're one of the biggest pop stars of all time. It's not like Britney can't afford to get her nails done. And she talks about, oh, getting your nails done, it takes so long. It will take you like 30 minutes. The problem is Britney cannot sit still for longer than 30 seconds. She's literally spinning around in circles 24/7, and you can tell by the dark bags under her eyes. Look, I know she tries to like smudge the eyeshadow. Her makeup's been caked on for probably 3 weeks. Who knows? But there's also dark bags under her eyes because you can tell this woman isn't sleeping. She's spinning out in circles and talking in a British accent all day, just going absolutely ham. And if you think the fingernails are bad, man, this woman posted a picture of her feet, and these may be the grossest feet I've ever seen. Ladies, please, you got to do better than this. Ladies, your husband does not want to come home and see grubby little toes like this one. You can tell that one of her toes has turned green because she's wearing fake jewelry. And from the looks of it, she's literally chewing or biting her toenails off. There's no other way to describe the way her feet look. I'm sorry, but that's what it really grosses me out when women have nasty, grubby feet like what we see here. So I don't know why she posted this, but she did because she's kind of loopy. But all of this weird behavior, it is nothing. It is nothing compared to what she's doing now. Because now we've reached a point where I think Britney has reached a new level of crazy. For those of you all who don't know, a while back, shortly after she got out of the conservatorship, she claimed that she was pregnant, right? She told the world that her and her husband at the time, Sam Asghari, they were going to have a kid, right? She made this pregnancy announcement, all of that. But I knew from the very moment that she announced it that she was lying. I knew that this was one of her crazy off-the-wall ramblings. But no one else was willing to accept that this woman was crazy yet. So I told people, hey, she's not really pregnant. She's like hyper obsessing over a baby or a child right now. Her own kids won't talk to her, so she's creating lies. Well, about a week or so later, people found her out in Mexico riding around on jet skis. They started taking pictures. They noticed that she wasn't pregnant. And then she came out and said she had a miscarriage. Now, everyone felt bad for her because you should feel bad for a woman if she has a miscarriage. A devastating situation. The only problem is Britney didn't have a miscarriage. Britney blatantly lied. And I'm not going to sit here and explain how I came to that conclusion in this video because I already put out 5 videos in the past going over that. If you want to dig through the archives, you can. But now she's reached a new level of crazy. She's not lying about being pregnant, no. Instead, she's walking around carrying a fake baby doll. Britney Spears is now being spotted walking around with a fake baby doll, pretending it's a real baby. And it's very disturbing to me, because I've been paying attention to her disturbing behavior since she got out of the conservatorship. A lot of people from the outside looking in will say, oh, she's trolling her. Oh, this isn't a big deal. Yeah, it's a big deal. When you have a woman in her 40s who you know has mental health episodes, who you know is, Britney is not well, okay? And now she's walking around with a fake baby. She has her bodyguards carrying the baby for her as well. And I don't know if in her mind, if she thinks it's real, I don't know what she's trying to accomplish here, but I'm really starting to get freaked out. Britney Spears is joined by a creepy companion as she arrives in Mexico for vacation. Britney Spears brought an unexpected friend with her on vacation. When the pop star, 43, touched down in Mexico on Thursday, someone in her entourage could be seen carrying a toy baby doll in the paparazzi photos. The man, who was wearing a black shirt and gray jeans, wrapped the doll in a blanket that he held in his arm. Meanwhile, Spears walked beside him, dressed in a black hoodie sweatshirt, white shorts, black sunglasses, and some soggy brown heels. And this is not the first time that Britney showed off a baby doll. Back in 2021, before she got out of the conservatorship, she posted videos of her dancing with the baby doll. And I think that her fans probably should have noticed how weird that was back then, before she got out of the conservatorship, because, now it's too late. When she was dancing around with the baby doll before they let her out of the conservatorship, her fans should have known that, hey, a 30-something, 40-something-year-old woman shouldn't be doing this, but they pretended like it was normal behavior. So now here we are. We're at the point where Britney's going around in public pretending to be a mother to a baby doll. Like, this is something you would see on one of those weird reality shows. Where people like eat couch foam or they marry their cars. Hey, this guy's in love with the vacuum cleaner. This woman can't stop eating packing peanuts. Those weird people, the Taboo Show or whatever it's called? Weird addictions? That's what Britney's doing now. Going everywhere with the fake baby doll. How much crazier does it get? I would really like to hear from the people who were making excuses for her a couple of years ago. I would like to hear from them now. Are they willing to admit that there is a problem now? Would they be willing to admit that it's crazy for a 43-year-old woman to be carrying around a baby doll, treating it like it's a real child, making the people around her enable this behavior and treat it like it's a real child as well? And that's part of the reasons why Britney is crazy now. Her fans back up this behavior, or at least they used to. You don't hear from them anymore. But the people around her back up this behavior. Britney needs someone to sit her down and say, hey, you need to go wash your hair. You need to take a shower. You need to start caring for yourself. Stop looking like this. And all of this little stuff that you're doing, you need to stop acting crazy. Maybe, maybe it's good physically, but it's probably not good for your mental health that you're in your living room spinning in circles like a dreidel 24/7. You have probably sloshed around the liquid in your brain, and for all we know, Britney has CTE from dancing around too much. And I'm not even joking. As much as this woman spins, she's probably thrown something off in her freaking mind or in her head. I don't know. But I just wanted to give this quick update. I've been trying to ignore a lot of the crazy behavior. Trust me, I know there's a lot more. I know she recently burned down part of her house. She literally has positioned her couch to where it's halfway in her fireplace. Really dangerous stuff. I'm aware of all of these things, but it's how much can I say? So I try to ignore it, but when it gets to the point that she's walking around with fake babies, of course I have to acknowledge what's going on. So for now, you guys let me know what you think down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.